Hi guys, it's IRENE'S Braids and I am back with my first video of 2020. Today's look is going to be crochet braids using Freetress brand of spring twist. We purchased a total of 6 packs of spring twist crochet hair. I absolutely love the look of spring twist. What made my client get this look is watching Tyler Perry's new TV series called Sisters or Sisters. Her twists are so pretty. And so we want to kind of imitate that look. It was a very nice, classy look. So here we are. So this is my setup. This crochet hook, I just wanted to show it to you guys. I'm not going to use it. And the reason being is because I don't like the tip. I feel like it could poke someone in the eye. But I saw it in the store and wanted to try it and change my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and use my traditional crochet hook because the end tip is much more safer versus the other one. Okay. Of course, I got my expressions braiding hair that I like to use. Um, yes, so I'm going to go ahead and start off the video. Just kind of let you guys see how I start off the braid. I'm using a very thin piece of braiding hair to protect her natural hair with. So that way, when we do crochet on top of her hair, it could kind of loop through the braiding hair versus directly onto her natural hair. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just continue watching. So when I begin my braid, I like to use a little bit of Murray's Edge Wax on each braid. I will lay a little bit of Murray's Edge Wax onto the hairline before I begin it, so that way that it appears nice and seamless. As I'm braiding, I try to make sure that I don't braid too tightly because it's definitely not necessary. Her skin is a type of skin where if I do press on it or if I'm, braiding onto it, it does get red. It just appears that way as if I'm braiding tightly, but I'm definitely not. I do ask all of my clients, how does it feel? Is that too tight? Please let me know. Like I will say those type of things to my clients, just to let them know that, hey, I just want to reassure you that I'm not here just to make money and I don't care about your feelings, because that's definitely not the case. I want to know if it hurts, so that way I can correct it, or I can make sure that you're walking out of here feeling confident and you're not in pain because your head hurts, you know? So pretty much this breakdown is going to be a type of breakdown where I'm going to feed each braid that I complete into my next braid. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do here. The main idea of this braid down is for her to be able to wear her hair into a bun or into a ponytail. So we definitely want to make sure that we go in with a nice side part. So I had my client choose a side that she would like as her dedicated side part. Most clients have a specific area that they like versus another. So it's always good to ask, which side is your best side, or which way would you like your part to go. That way they feel confident and they still feel good with their crochet braids in, laying in the direction that they are most comfortable with. Okay, so pretty much here I'm going to just again show you how I begin my braid. And then also I want to kind of go back and just reassure you, again, I'm not braiding too tightly on her hair. And this is the braid size that I'm using as I am braiding my client's hair. I don't recommend that you use a piece of braiding hair thicker than this. And the reason being is because it will be too bulky in the front hairline. And that is not something that you want. You want the braids to look nice and seamless. And so by using a small piece of braiding hair allows you to do so. So let's continue to watch. Let's take a look at my braids so far. Most importantly, you guys, if the foundation of your braids are not neat and clean, I promise you, you can slap some crochet braids on top of that, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to hold up well. It just won't. You need a great foundation. It must be perfect. Not as far as in, well, I won't say not as far as in parting, because I do feel like parting should be clean, but I do mean size, because I see a lot of YouTubers braid down their hair, or clients' hair, and most likely their crochets are not staying in long. This should at least last you for 2 months, especially with this type of crochet hair. It should last your client for 2 months to be able to keep that install in. because I've used this hair before, and I am already on my second install with one of my other clients with this exact hair. We did not cut the loops out. She took them out one by one and she brought the hair back into me. It can be cleaned with apple cider vinegar and water and a great shampoo, but there's a specific way you have to do it so that way you don't ruin the hair. So that is definitely another video that I will post so that way you guys can know how to properly clean your crochet hair to reuse it, because it is expensive to keep buying if you're going to just take it out and throw it away. But like I said, your foundation is important. How the braids look is important. It must be nice and neat, and you must take your time and do a great job so that way, you can keep your hair in for a long time. Nobody wants jacked up braids underneath the crochet nor a sew-in. Same thing goes for a sew-in. You can't have jacked up braids. It has to be a nice foundation. Bottom line. All right. So let's go ahead and continue watching. Oh, and before I stop it here, um, you see how I'm adding in, pay attention to how I'm adding in my finished braid. So that braid that I'm looping through is going to be the braid that will allow you to take down all of your other braids. Every braid is looped into another braid. So my client must take down that base braid that I'm crocheting through in order to take the rest of the braids out. I do not stitch with sewing thread. I don't do that. I know some people use sewing thread to tack down the base. You don't have to do that, you guys. You just don't. All you have to do is loop it through and lay it down nice and flat. All of that other stuff is unnecessary. Now, if you choose to tack it down with a sewing and needle, that's up to you. But my clients complain that they've had that done to them before, and it's been so hard for them to take their hair out, and then they're back in the salon paying for someone to take it down. So I make it very easy for them to take it out themselves versus having to come back and have me take it down if that's not what their intentions are to do. So pretty much I'm going to start my crochet braid. Just be real gentle and easy. Kind of follow exactly what I'm doing here. I'm looping it through nice and easy, and I'm using my thumb to kind of push down on the hook of the braid, the loop of the braid, I'm sorry, to make sure that it's pressed down nice and neatly, okay? So now let's continue watching. So of course we're going to go ahead and continue looping the hair through with the crochet hook in the same direction and form that I've been using thus far. We purchased a total of 6 packs. I'm pretty sure that I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. But what I will say is that when it comes to crocheting towards the back of your client's head, you necessarily do not have to have your braids so closely together as if like what I'm doing here. You can if you want, but you can space a little bit if you want to. It's up to you. So we did use 6 packs, and I noticed that we have used. Some people say they use like up to 7, 8, or 10 packs. To me, that's just too much hair. Um, so it's up to you, but what I like to do is I like to space it so that way if she does pull it up, if she does pull it down, if she does wear it to the side, you will not see any braids. That's how I space my braiding hair. If you choose not to space and you like your braids to be crochet braids to be next to one another or hook through one next to the next one, that's totally your prerogative. But she absolutely didn't want all of that hair in her head because it's already so much of a full look with just 6 packs. So I know some clients have more hair and bigger heads. You would need more. So if she used 6 for a small head, then you may need 8, but it's up to your stylist or what you feel like you want. So it's up to you, okay? This is just pretty much how I did it. And I love how the crochet braids flow. It gives you more of that spongy feel. It feels really nice. It feels so good. It's just a beautiful, classy look. This look is in, you guys. Everyone is here for Passion Twist. They are here for Spring Twist. They are here for this look, okay? So let's continue watching. think that we are at a good point now to where I could just pretty much explain to you that this is how you want to hook the hair through. This is pretty much what it would look like once it's laid through that way. Her side part came out very nicely. You know, we use a little bit of got to be gel to lay her edges down with, to help out with laying down her edges. It's just so funny that I have to put my hand over my other hand just for it to zoom through. However, let's talk about this edge brush. This is a edge brush that I like to use to brush down my clients' edges with. The Gots to Be gel really does work for my clients' hair. All hair types from what I've dealt with so far, I haven't had any issues with it. This is not something that you want to put onto your hair every single day. When I do put it on my client's hair, I didn't show it in this clip, but I use a blow dryer and just kind of let it get tacky first. So we are in love with her crochet braids, and we are excited that we did it. She loves her braids, as you could tell. Look at that face. She is going to slay all 2020, and we will be doing a second install with this crochet hair, so we will definitely keep you guys updated. So for now, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.